Hi everyone. Time to officially finish this painting. By signing it, I call it quits and don't look back. Otherwise, with acrylics, you could keep on painting just about forever. Working lights over darks and darks over lights, you could start to pretty much confuse yourself as whether or not anything else needs done. By putting on my gel coat, that seals the acrylics and puts a barrier up against the actual painting before I put the varnish on. The varnish is reversible and can be taken off if anything happens to the surface itself. With the gel, I mix it down with water and matte medium until it's kind of a soupy mixture that will flow on much easier than the heavy gel the way it comes in the container. Once it's finished with the gel, I leave it dry for at least 24 hours and then start with the varnish. Now, the varnish is not as critical, so to speak, as the gel. The gel will start to dry fairly quick and it's easy to smudge or pretty much make it a streaky mix. With the varnish, it's a petroleum-based product, so it takes a minimum of 24 hours to dry, and for that reason, you have more time to work with it and pretty much even up your brush strokes so there's no puddles or runs. I put it on fairly thin. It's just a protective coat for the outside of the painting. Let's go ahead and frame it up. Okay, signed, sealed, varnished, framed, ready to go. The first stop for this particular painting will be at the Fred Rogers Memorial Art Festival in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. It's a juror show in honor of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the famed Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, on PBS. This particular painting of the ringed seagulls is on Schoodic Peninsula, Maine, which is one of my favorite spots only because it's out in open Atlantic Ocean water. There are a lot of small towns along the coast that are very picturesque, but they're somewhat protected because they're way inland in very narrow coves, and the waves usually don't make it that far in very big. This particular area is a point right out in the middle of the open ocean, Atlantic Ocean water that sees tremendous amounts of wave action. This particular day is just a typical low tide, high tide day with a lot of the mist coming in. It is revealing the rocks that are usually underwater because the water could change as much as 10 to 12 feet from low tide to high tide. That is why some of these rocks are different than others, only because these are normally underwater the other half of the day. Now, this particular painting took me quite some time. I will put the link up now if you want to see this painting from start to finish and the in-depth planning stages that I usually go through, because oftentimes I'll take my subject and put it on layout paper so I can move it around and really see where I want the final placement of that subject. I don't want it to interfere with any lines behind it or get confusing with what's going on behind the subject. Otherwise, I'm also trying to echo shapes of the wing with these shapes up here that will tie in together since the human eye associates with like shapes. Now, with all that said, this painting is done. I already have plenty of plans for new ones. They also include just some basic paintings for the beginners or those folks that are just getting started in acrylics. Those I do just for the benefit of the demo or tutorial. These I do for myself, and they're much more in depth. If you want to follow along with these, great. If you ever have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, this painting is now officially done since I signed it and framed. So, until I see you out in the field or back at the studio, thank you very much for watching.